Okay, this app is called LetterReflex, and it's brought to us by the same people that made Dexteria, one of the Facebook community's favorite apps of 2011, and certainly one of mine. So we've got two different ways here. The first one is to learn the letters, and this app is all about helping kids that get things backwards, like B and D and P and Q and so on like that. And funnily enough, Benjamin has trouble with this, with E and 3 and the number 2 and things like that also. So we're going to have a look at Flip It to start with, and then we're going to look at the learn part, which is tilting the iPad. I'm going to do a different video for that. But let's go ahead and open Flip It. First of all, let's have a look at options. Tell a friend, restore default, clear best times, provide feedback. Report. It gives you a nice report on what levels you've completed, and you can email that report to anybody, so you can send it to your teacher or your therapist, or they can send it to you, which is very nice. But let's go ahead and open Flip It.
Swipe to make the letter B.
And swipe to make the letter B, and what it means is that you're trying to make the yellow letter. It gives you a time that's elapsed up here, the best time, and what level you're on. Now, if you swipe up and down, it'll obviously make it go up and down, and if you swipe left to right, it makes it go left to right. So the idea is to swipe it to the right position to make the letter B. And once you've done that, you continue on to the next level, or you can retry. You can also go back.
3.
Make the number 3. This is one that my son has issues with. He tends to write them this way and so on. So this is just a matter of flipping them, and you can also flip the ones that are already correct, so they do learn that. Let's go on to the next one.
Make the number 3.
Now they start to move around.
Make the letter P.
And as we go through these, I'll go through them rather quick, but as we go through, you'll see that the difficulty does increase with this. And we do start to get words.
Make the letters B and
Now we've gone on to 2 letters, B and N. So they have to be able to change 2 of them. And again, you get a report on the time.
U and the number 6.
U and the number 6. And it is it's actually quite fun flipping the numbers and letters over.
Make the word tap.
And then we get on to where we have words. So now we have tap, and you'll see when we go on here, and this is the last screen I'm going to show you, but there are more levels to this with different words. You'll see that the words are upside down and back to front. They're not moving around because we just started this level. And again, you have to make sure that they are the right way round and the right side up. And you do that simply by swiping them until they are the correct way around. And there we go, and we'll just show you one more.
Make the word pat.
A different word. So you have pat, and they start to move around. And that's really the idea behind the letter discrimination on this level, and that's Flip It. When we go into Tilt It, what we have here, we're not going to resume on level 10. What we have here is you have to
before beginning.
Hold the device flat before beginning. And like I said, we're going to do a different video here, but I'm going to give you an idea before we go into that, because you won't see my hand. The idea is to hold it flat and then to tilt the iPad so the ball goes into the letter that you're looking for. And in this case, it's looking for the letter D. Now, I can't show you this without tilting it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and have a look at a video that won't have my hands in it, but will show me moving the ball around the iPad. And I'll be doing that by tilting it. You just won't see me tilting it, but I will be tilting the iPad to show you how to do that. So I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Okay, so here we are on the distinguished left and right letter formation part of LetterReflex using the tilt option. As you can see, we've got the screen here. We've got the Q and the P at the top and the D and the B at the bottom. And the idea here is to roll the ball into the correct letter that the program asks you to do so. And as you go through the levels up to level 10, the difficulty increases, and I'll show you that in a second. Let's go ahead and have a look at some information here, and I'll read this to you. According to research, one reason kids get confused when trying to discriminate between B, D, P or Q is because they've not yet learned left from right. They're not quite sure which side the letter loop should go on. Tilt It uses kinesthetic learning techniques to help kids correlate their left and right to proper letter formation. They will learn the correct position of letter loops by being challenged to tilt the iPhone, iPad, iPod Touch in the correct direction to form letters, and with practice will form a kinesthetic understanding of how to differentiate one letter from another. So quite an ingenious way of using this app. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this off and just go through the levels, and then, like I said, the idea is to roll the ball into the correct place. I'm not going to talk for a few minutes, and I am just going to go through the levels to give you some idea of how it works. Okay, so hold your device flat. I'm holding my iPad flat now, and we have this on a different screen, and then we will go from there.
Tilt to roll the ball to make the letter P.
Okay, tilt to roll the ball to make the letter P. So I'm tilting the iPad now, although you can't see the iPad. I'm tilting it towards the letter P.
P. Great! Make the letter D.
Okay, I'm going to continue to do this and stop talking.
D. Nice job! Make the letter Q. Q. Good job!
Once you complete a level, you do get the time it took you and the accuracy. I'll show you what happens if you get it wrong. You can always go back through a level, and you can always retry that level. So
make the letter P.
Level 2, you can see the positions have changed. Let's get one wrong here.
B. Make the letter P. P. Great! Make the letter B.
Now all the time I'm doing this, I have to tilt to the right to make the letter B. So that is how the app teaches left from right, is that I'm tilting the iPad
B.
to the right, which shows that the loop is on the right.
Make the letter Q.
Now I have to tilt to the left to show the loop on the left.
Q. Excellent! Make the letter D. D. Good job!
So you can see we got 80% accuracy because we did get one in the wrong hole. It took 26 seconds, and level 2 is complete. I'm going to go through a few more levels.
Make the letter P.
You can see that there are some holes that have appeared to make it a little bit harder and a little bit more fun.
Good job! Make the letter D. D. Great! Make the letter B. B. Nice job! Make the letter P. P. Way to go! Make the letter D. D. Excellent! Make the letters Q and D.
So you can see as we go through this, we now have to make Q and D.
Q. Good job! D. Excellent! Make the letters B and P.
So we're making B and P,
B.
both on the right
Nice
side.
job. P. Nice job. Make the letters Q and D.
So you can see that it works on different sides, left and right.
Q. Nice job. D. Nice job. Make the letters P and D.
Now this is working on the upper right
Nice job.
and the lower left.
D. Good job.
And so on. So I'll just quickly show you level
Make
5.
the letter B.
As you can see, a lot more holes are appearing, and as you go through this all the way up to level 10, it will continue to get a little bit more difficult with a lot more options of which letters to make. So going back to the main screen, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a quick review of distinguishing left and right, all part of the LetterReflex app from our friends over at Dexteria and Binary Labs.